director David Fincher and actor Brad Pitt are here. Their earlier work is signature in the dark and gritty films Seven and Fight Club.
Tell me she's all right!
She made her a suspect, David.
No!
Just throw it all away, you know.
No!
And the eighth and final rule. If this is your first night at Fight Club, you have to fight.
And now for something completely different, here's the trailer for The Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
Promise me he has a place. You never know what's coming for you.
Go back for a moment. Of a man well in his 80s on his way to the grave.
He's dying?
Of old age.
Oh, God in heaven. He looks just like my ex-husband.
How old are you?
7, but I look a lot older.
God bless you. He's 7.
Benjamin, this is my granddaughter, Daisy.
Are you sick?
They said I was gonna die soon, but maybe not.
You're odd.
You got your sea legs about you, old man?
I think.
He gives me the willies. That is not for me. Benjamin, come on.
Okay.
Benjamin! Where you going?
Oh, to see. I'll send you a postcard.
Write me a postcard from everywhere.
You haven't been with many women, have you?
Well, I'm not.
Anybody doesn't want to go to war, now's the time to say so.
Queenie, it's a funny thing coming home.
Sweet Jesus!
You'll realize what's changed.
Benjamin.
Is you.
Is somebody looking for me?
Hi.
Benjamin, what are you doing here?
I thought, come here to sweep you off your feet or something.
This is my life.
We are almost the same age. We're meeting in the middle.
I was thinking how nothing lasts. What a shame that is. Good night, Daisy.
Good night, Benjamin.
I am pleased to have Brad Pitt and David Fincher here to talk about not only this film, but this rather remarkable relationship. Tell me what it's about. I mean, who is Benjamin Button?
He is a man who's a child who's born old and ages backwards. And so he's experiencing, well, he's experiencing life as we do it, but his body is running backwards.
So he's looking at life in a very different way. I mean,
Yeah.
It's defined by the people that die around him and defined by what he's learning.
Yeah, you know, sphere of experience, and then they disappear, and most of them are buried. Most of the people are buried in this movie, but the notion was, here's a guy who's going to experience life through that last final chapter where we start to lose friends, and you know, and
As he's getting younger, all these people are dying.
yeah, and not the loneliness of that, but the galvanizing effect of that.
And what's the love story?
Well, the love story works as all the people come in and out of his life and he in theirs, respectively. We always described it as the people who, if you think of all the people in your life who made dents, who have left an impression along the way, and inevitably, the thing about love is what follows that is loss. That's the trade-off, and the greater the love, the greater the loss, and it's the big inevitable that we all have to deal with in some way, right up to death. And so she is that person who has the biggest impression of him through many stages of his life, and he for her. But what I find most, what I appreciate most about it is that there's a real acceptance of this things must end, and a real mature and beautiful take on that.
Is this the kind of movie you like to make?
I certainly do. I mean, I like the scale and scope of it. I like that it's, certainly, it seems in these last few years there's been so much focus on our differences. There's been so much, it's been a divisive time, And when the truth of it is, we're probably all 95% the same in the sense that, you know, we want opportunity and freedom and love for our family, and we don't want to die. And this film focuses on these universal themes that are true for all of us and across the world. And I appreciate that.
Is there something about you and Cate that you work well together?
Well, I just have great respect for Cate. I mean, any of the guys will tell you she's been elevating our performances for some time. So we know.
Is that right?
She's gonna,
if you play with her, you'll be better.
She's going to up our stock.
What does she have?
Know this too.
Yeah. What does she have?
She's just got she's got an incredible grace and elegance to her, and a very bright mind, and her interpretation of scenes are I find quite sharp. And she's got also the manners of a trucker, so she's good fun.
So you can deal with her.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be sensitive and frail.
Oh, no. She can get in the gutter.
You can go right in with her. I have read somewhere that someone said that the better the actors, the better your performance. That may be true for everybody, but do you think it's true for you? I mean, they bring your game to a higher level.
Yeah, sure, because you give a bad tennis analogy, but
exactly.
You're hitting back and forth, so.
Right. If they hit the ball back to you well, then your chances of bringing out your best stroke is better.
Yeah.
What's the relationship between the two characters in this film? Daisy, who goes to New York, becomes a ballerina dancer, who then comes back after she's in a terrible accident. I don't want to tell too much, do I?
No, I don't think so.
I know. I should stop about right there. But she comes back.
Right.
You know, give me the sense of how you saw this relationship, which is the love part and the death part.
I saw it just again that that at this point they'd both gone on with their lives, and that was okay. Whatever shape the thing was going to take was okay.
They were open to whatever.
That's the way I saw it, and the fact that they get this reprieve or this at a different age, this shot together was nothing but a gift. But you know, there's always that thing that's hanging that it's got to.
It's going to end.
Yeah, but not to sour anything or make melancholy. It just it's back to what we were talking about before, man. Keep those moments. Take those moments.
Is one or the other wiser about this?
It's usually the woman, isn't it?
Always.
Always.
At least that's what they tell me.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what you have here. You have location. You have New Orleans.
Yeah.
A place that you know and love and care about.
Yeah, very much.
And was that your idea, or did that come from Eric, or from you, or who?
No, it was originally set in Baltimore.
Exactly.
And then
the Fitzgerald. Short story.
Before Katrina, this came up because they were offering big tax incentives.
Right.
And suddenly, when that conversation came up, it completely changed the film. It was like another character to the thing. It completely colored it. It's like, you know, New Orleans has this palpable sense of magic and mystery and death, and it placing it there immediately.
There's this patina, you know, the filigree and
feeling,
the
it's everything. It's color, music, it's everything.
And there's so much music,
and,
you
and
know,
the architecture too.
Yeah, and the architecture is very specific. But to speak, you know, specifically to, you know, I had been protecting the short story, and you know, we have to do what Fitzgerald wanted, and it was a production account that we worked with, who proffered this idea of Louisiana, and we sent a location scout down, mostly out of just, you know, okay, well, there won't be anything there, you know. You do that a lot as director. And all of a sudden, these pictures started coming back, and I was showing them to Eric Roth, and he was like, wow, this is beautiful. This is amazing. Like, and we sort of...
you weren't were you promoting this idea at the time or not?
No, this is 2000.
No, this was before you were...
This is before the levee break. But I was certainly... It certainly made sense to me. I mean, I'd already spent time there and loved the place. I had a great love for it.
Go ahead.
I was a proponent of the move, certainly.
Yeah. All right. How are things going down there? We'll come back to the movie in a second.
Truthfully, it's dismal. To be frank, it's stupid. It's really stupid.
And who's responsible for it being stupid? Yeah.
I think there's a that people think that Katrina was about a hurricane, and that's what you get for living on the coast. But that was a levee failure. That was a man-made problem, and thousands of people died, and just continuing to die, and they really don't have a clear road home. They're given they're incentivized to come home by giving a big chunk of money, but not enough to build what they had before, and certainly not enough to build safely, which is a key issue because those levees are still a problem. So there was just no clear direction. No one said we want to move New Orleans, and no one said, okay, we're going to bring you back right. No one made a plan either way.
Who should have?
Well, I believe there's a government responsibility here at all levels.
Federal, state, and local.
Yeah, absolutely. But listen, I also have to say there's some incredible movements going on, and there's a lot of great work going on there, and there's a great spirit and a great fight. But I just think it's still just absolutely ridiculous that we couldn't get that thing together.
You told me last time you were here that you were thinking about 6 to 9 kids. What's the new number?
Well, we're at 6 now, and we got like the McDonald's scoreboard outside the house. And
yes.
We're keeping track that way.
6 and counting.
Yeah. I try to talk about it, and I always fall short, but it's just the greatest endeavor I've taken on. It's the most rewarding and the most painful and the biggest love I've ever had, and we are very fortunate to have the means to also widen our home, to give someone else, to give some great kids a great home, and we don't see any need why can't find a reason why we should stop now. So it'll probably grow.
I mean, a dozen maybe.
I don't know. No. Probably not. Probably not. Because at some point we will want to sleep again.
Yes.
But
you like being a father.
I love being a father. I do.
And what is it you like most about it?
This is
Am
why
I sounding
always,
like Oprah or not?
Just
this is why I always
don't
fail.
ask about his tattoos.
Yes, right.
I always fail.
I don't know about tattoos. So.
Thank you. I always fail, but it is. I love them so much. It's my the only thing now that can hurt me is that, if something happens to them, it's that
something will happen to them. They'll become teenagers.
It's the most authentic thing in your life, isn't it?
But it is, and it's the greatest. They teach me so much, and I enjoy teaching them, and I just find it very, very rewarding.
Now, did anything come out of this film that made you think about your life? And I mean, I'm talking about now, time with kids, and just the whole idea of what living is about.
Very
because
much.
you have an opportunity to do pretty much what you want.
When I had begun filming, and it was around the time when Angie's mother died, Marceline, and it was just a bit unexpected, and given going through that moment or that period with Angie and her brother, and then dealing with the subject matter we're dealing with, which is that that there is an end to all this, and it scares the hell out of me. But we do not fight. I mean, we'll have our flare-ups, but what occurred to me was that, man, I care for this person very much. I respect this person. I'm not gonna. There will be a day when I will not get to see this person anymore. Whether it's some kind of split or whether it's death, and I do not want to waste time being angry at this person, because that's not my biggest. That's not really how I feel. And since then, it just evaporates. And am I making?
No, you are very much. I mean, I think very much. It's even powerful. What's interesting about it is some people come to this, but they only come to it after something terrible happens to them. I mean, you have gotten to this point in some very interesting evolution. Maybe the death of her mother, or maybe making a movie that has to do with, or other movie has to do with life and death and children.
It's all that. It's all that, and I just don't want to. I don't want to miss a moment. So.
Can you make an argument one way or the other that because now all of this love that's sort of part of you now, understanding that you better make the most of it because you never know, and you've got the kids which have added so much, Does it affect your creativity and your art?
Yeah, I think so. You know, it's less important and it's more important simultaneously. It's less important as far as any kind of worry or worry about how you come out of it. It's more important because it's going to mean something to them at some point, hopefully. And I can't help but think they'll see this and they'll see their father at this particular time. And how nice a gift that is to be able to give my kids in some way. So I want to make sure that I do give them something.
Do you want them on location with you?
Yeah, we by law, we keep everyone together. We take
the law
turns.
between you and Angie.
Yeah. The
family law is that the family does not split because one of the others can go make a movie.
Yeah, no. Family first, and we'll alternate jobs accordingly, so someone is always with the kids.
You really want to work together again?
Yeah, I have ideas for stuff that I bounce off him, and he says...
Wait. Your first call, if you see a project that you think's right for him, is to call him.
No,
Yeah.
not necessarily. If it fits. If I fit the piece.
That's what I mean by right for you.
Yeah.
Or for the piece. Not for you, but for the piece. Yeah.
It's different. I'm looking for an author to the piece, which is the director. You know, I come in and fill in my bit, so it's different. I'll throw everything at the wall and see if he grabs something. I don't think you've always brought everything, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have. I don't think you've taken anything that I've sent your way.
Which is not to say that
exactly,
all of it was good.
What does that say to you?
I'm just realizing this. Exactly.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
No, of course, like to do something again. It's more important too as you get older, just to work with people that you appreciate and respect,
Absolutely.
isn't it?
Yeah, because that's not a trap.
Sure.
I don't want to waste time with that.
No, you don't.
I don't
say,
mind
say you don't want to waste. I mean, it's a little bit like you're talking about children. I mean, you do, at some point you reach an age in which you say, I don't want to waste any time here. I mean,
no, because even I think about, well, do I have, am I past the halfway point? I'm 44 now. I probably am. Do I have a year left? Do I have 10? Do I have 20? I mean, I've started to think this way, so, I can only imagine it's going to get worse.
I guarantee it's going to get worse. Can you imagine how often I think about that? But you can only hope that, as it did for me, it just gets better and better and better.
Well,
and better
that's
in
proven.
terms of...
Yeah, that's proven true. If you're following the life you want to lead, and I think so.
And you find the world getting more interesting and more exciting. And
yeah,
more
that's the thing makes me sad. I do find it so interesting that I'm not going to be in 100 years to see the shape of the world, where we are and where we're at, and how far we progressed as a civilization. I would really like to know.
Me too.